Infinix did not come to joke in 2025, giving us a flagship look and design with a metallic build. This phone was set up to look and compete with the flagships for just under $200. The Infinix Note 50 side by side with the S25 Ultra and the iPhone 12 Pro Max, you can see the premium finish Infinix decided to go with, and this gives you that premium feel for just under $200. Infinix also decided to go with a unique camera design that you won't find on any other device, at least for now. The build consists of a metal frame, the glass back housing, and a plastic back cover, which brings the overall look together. Infinix says that this metal frame is made from Damascus steel and aerospace-grade aluminum alloy, and they say this combination offers 40% better corner impact resistance and 50% enhanced motherboard protection in extreme conditions, meaning this phone should be fine even if it drops in the worst way from your hands. It's not just a pretty design, it's also functional. This metallic frame is set to enhance heat dissipation, and we will talk about that later in this video. This device has a smooth finish and rounded edges. It feels comfortable to hold and doesn't stress your fingers by being too big or too small. It's just right there. At the bottom of this device, we have a down-firing speaker, a Type-C port, and the SIM tray. I know you're wondering where the headphones port and the SD card slots are. Well, Premium and Flagship says we don't need it. While at the top, we get an IR blaster, meaning you can control appliances using this device, a mic, a top firing speaker, which you can see the sound is by JBL, which is a known brand for making good audio speakers in the market today. There is a but. Rating the speakers on this device on how they sound and perform, I would say 7 over 10. I believe Infinix can do better. For me, I don't like the fact that when playing music or consuming content, the speakers vibrate the back panel of the phone somewhere close to the camera, and it bothers me because of that constant vibration. JBL might need to turn it down a little on the boost. And a note to Infinix, the top firing speaker sounds cleaner and better than the down firing speaker. Let's not forget about the new unique camera design on the Note 50, which is very different from what we saw last year on the Infinix Note 40. Infinix decided to give us the best of both worlds, having a similar camera arrangement of the S25 Ultra, a flagship device, and the camera glass housing of an iPhone. But Infinix decided to go with a rounded rectangle, and I honestly don't know how to feel about this design, so I would leave it to you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments section. The Note 50 comes with 8 gigs of RAM, which is pretty standard for mobile gaming and handling tasks like video editing. You're also getting 256 gigs of internal storage, which is plenty enough to house your files and documents. Remember, you're not getting an SD card slot. The Infinix Note 50 costs around 298,000 Naira if you're in Nigeria and around $187, which makes this an under $200 device, which is even more impressive. Speaking of the specs, this device comes with the MediaTek Helio G100 Ultimate chipset, which is known for enhanced power efficiency. It's considered one of the best chipsets in its category. Gaming on the Note 50, you get a smooth and steady FPS and great refresh rate of 144 Hz, which is the highest you can get from a mid-range device. Remember, this is a budget device under $200. With the metallic build of this device, you would expect that the sides get hot to the touch, but in most cases where I gamed for a long time, it only remained warm to the touch, which was really bearable. Playing games like Call of Duty, you can get a steady gameplay on medium graphics, which should work just fine for you. When gaming, you also get an X-Boost panel where you can easily and quickly access tools and apps. On this panel, you're also able to switch the performance mode of the chipset from power saving to equilibrium or performance, which greatly helps the chipset understand your current needs for every gaming session. The Note 50 comes with a big 5200 mAh battery, which should get you around your day just fine on regular usage. You get up to 90 watts with wire charging, which can go from 0% to 100% in just 38 minutes, and 30 watts with wireless charging, which will take 1 hour 43 minutes from 0 to 100%. You also get wired and wireless reverse charging, which you get 10 watts and 7.5 watts. On the Note 50, you also get bypass charging, which means the phone will take power directly from the charger during intensive use to prevent overworking the battery and thereby allowing a stable temperature during usage. On this device, we get the latest Android 15 with Infinix promising up to 2 years of updates, meaning you get Android 16 and 17 if you keep this device long enough. We also get the new XOS 15.0.1, and some of the new features we get on the Note 50 are AI noise cancellation, circle to search, a real-time call translator, and Folax, your new assistant, which is now fused with DeepSeek to give you better and realistic responses and problem solving. Folax is quickly accessible by holding down the power button for a few seconds. Did I forget to mention you get davideluemunoh as a voice option with Folax? Folax, what is the current cost for a Mercedes G-Wagon AMG 63 in the US?
The price of a 2025 Mercedes AMG G63 in the US varies depending on the dealer and any optional features included.
The Infinix Note 50 comes with a good-looking 6.7-inch AMOLED display with almost no bezels, with a refresh rate of 144 Hz and a peak brightness of 1300 nits, which is good enough for outdoors but not on a scorching day. On the Note 50, we get an in-display fingerprint, which works well and it's fast. Also on the display, we have a 13 megapixel punch hole style selfie camera, which takes really decent photos and tries to maintain the skin tones and sharpness of the images without losing any quality after processing the image. So this is what the selfie camera on the Infinix Note 50 looks like. This camera can go up to 2K at 30 FPS. And that is currently what I'm recording on. So the Infinix Note 50, this is what the selfie camera looks like. And from what I can see on screen here, it looks pretty decent. I'm not even going to lie. The image looks really clear. I can see my face really clearly. And the sky is a little bit blown out behind me. But aside that, it looks really good actually. So this is what the selfie camera on the Infinix Note 50 looks like. I'm inside my car. There is a shade over my face, but there's a lot of light coming in from all the windows. So this is what the phone looks like. The camera looks really decent, except for the fact that the really bright lights on the outside, which is like the natural daylight, is really blown out. So you can't really make up what's going on in this area and in this area. It's kind of blown out. But yes, this is what it looks like. On the screen, it looks really clean. It looks really crisp. It looks all right. Let me know what you think in the comment section. The only issue I faced with the selfie camera was a blown out sky. Still speaking on the camera, on the rear we get a 50 megapixel camera, which absolutely blew me away considering the price of this device. With the rear camera, I was able to get rich colors out of my pictures and the clarity of the images was just spot on. The only issue for me was just the blown out sky. So Infinix, work on that. Overall, the Infinix Note 50 is good value for the money. It has proven to be up there in the mid-range category. Thank you guys for watching. Ciao guys.